Good morning, all of you. Today I am giving a lecture on lithography second. And previous lecture we discussed about the lithography, what is the lithography techniques and what are the process of lithography and what is the use of lithography. So today we discuss about more lithography techniques. Today we discuss about e-beam lithography techniques. So what is the difference between photolithography and electron beam lithography difference? So in photolithography we see high speed for large shapes and high speed for complex patterns. So for complex pattern we require high electron beam. Similarly, high speed and parallel exposure, point by point exposure limit speeds. Light diffraction limits minimum feature size 50 nanometer at the best. For photolithography we are using, and not diffracting limited resolution 20 nanometer. So electron beam can be used for which resolution is 20 nanometer. We can easily use electron beam. So this is a basic difference between photolithography and electron beam. Now electron beam lithography. Electron beam lithography is a specialized techniques for creating extremely fine patterns. It is derived from the scanning electron microscope. Electron beams can be focused to a few nanometers in a diameter. The basic idea behind the electron beam lithography is identical to optical lithography. The substrate is coated with a thin layer of resist which is chemically changes under exposure to the electron beam so that the exposed non-exposed areas can be dissolved in a specific solvent. Electron beam lithography is the most powerful tool for the fabrications of the feathers as small 3 nanometer to 5 nanometers. So this is a major point where we can use electron beam lithography, and the size we require 3 nanometer to 5 nanometer. Then electron beam lithography is the most powerful tool for fabrication process. This is a basic schematic diagram of electron beam structures. So we are seeing that this one is the electron beams structures, and this one is the plates, and here we are seeing that beam spots, and this is where a pattern we are going to writing on that. Here we are taking the data inputs, and the data inputs in form of signals, and it will be converted analog signals, then it will be converted into digital signals. There is some memory where we store some data, and the data is stored. Again this digital signal converted into by a digital analog converter into analog signal, and this analog signal in the form of beam, and which is controlling by this converter and controller electronics, and this beam directly connected with this electronic gun, and by this electronic gun the pattern will be designed on this chip or surface like that. So this is a schematic diagram of electronic beam. So in this way electronic beam write the pattern on the surface. Now what are the components of the electronic beams? The first is the electronic source, second is electronic lens, apertures and blanking plates. So what is the electronic source? Electrons may be emitted from a conducting material either by heating or by applying an electric field. Styrometer. Styrometer is a special type of lens used for the alignments of electron beams. Styrometer may be either electrostatics or magnetic and consists of 4 or more poles. Electron lens. Electron lens can be made only to converge, not diverge. Electron can be focused either by electrostatic force or magnetic force. Apertures. Apertures are small holes through which the beam passes on its way down the column. There are several types of apertures. A blanking aperture is used to turn the beam on and off. A beam limiting aperture has two effects. Set the beam convergence angle through which the electron can pass through the system, controlling the effect of the lens, aberrations and thus resolution. Blanking plates. Blanking plates are used to modify the electron beams. These are a simple electrostatic reflector. One or both of the plates are connected to the amplifier with a fast response. This is a complete diagram of electronic beam structure we are showing in this figure, where we electronic gun, styrometer, first conduction lens, blanking plates are also showing. Again, second conduction lens, limited aperture, final lens coils, electron resist substrate, and this is a mechanical stage. So we are computer controlling with our pattern generator. So pattern generator to generate the patterns on the computer controlling by through computer controller. This is a step of electron beam lithography. Electron beam lithography and develop etching multi-step process evaporate metal contacts. So deposited flames we are seeing. film then it will create like film like this substrate, and this will clear a dielectric layer in that form, and by etching we are removing this layer, and it will create like this one. So this is all the process of the steps of a electron beam. What are the advantage and disadvantage of electron beam? Print advantage: print complex pattern directly on wafer that eliminates the diffraction problems. High resolution up to 20 nanometer. Sorry, flexible techniques. Disadvantage: slower than optical lithography, expensive and complicated. Forward scattering, backward scattering, secondary electrons. Application of electron beam lithography. Electron beam lithography is used primarily for two purposes: very high resolution lithography, fabrication of masks. This is a clean sample, so you can understood the clean sample, remove the all organics, etc. Spin coating of photoresist on the surface, positive or negative resistors, deposit on film. This the process electron beam lithography is same as the lithography photolithography process is same, almost same. They are using only material and the pattern will be designing pattern will be changed. So that is all about electron beam lithography. Thank you very much.